So this is a default for Constellars. 3 Constellar Sheridan. Main searcher. One thing I have to point out for its mediocre attack, you have to normal summon it. So they like her attack, if the normal summon you search off. One thing I like to point out is if your opponent is lazy and they don't kill off, just switch to defense and you have like this 19 wall. And most of the time, they won't be able to get over that 19 wall. So yeah, it's overall really good. I play 3 because it's search heavy. You can search out a lot of stuff. Next up, 3 Constellar Algetty. When I know Algetty, I get a free special summon. So it's like it helps you with a lot of exceed plays. The downside of this, it's prone to being max seed. So you gotta watch out for that max seed. And I play 3. A lot of people play like 2 or 1, but I play 3 just so I have like stuff in my hand. Just to keep the pressure on my opponent. Just yeah. Next up is triple Pollux. Pollux, like you know this, and you get know someone like Algetty, it's really good for Z plays. But the best part about Pollux is when you know Pollux, you get the effect of normal summon for the rest of that turn. So it's really good bait for bottomless trap hole. So you go normal Pollux, they bottomless, and and then you switch the effects. So you can normal Algetty or whatever, and then make an Z play or whatever. And then next up is a key card here in Constellar Chaos. Chaos is an 18 beater with the effect to make rank 3s and 5s by decreasing levels. So it's a very useful nifty card here. It helps me out with exceed plays again. And nothing else, just an 18 beater. Also play tanky. So with the tanky boost it becomes even more powerful. So I can get to like, I don't know, like a 2k beater and keep the pressure on because it's 18 attack. Most important card next up is Constellar Sombre. Sombre, like Kirkion, is like you banish 1, add 1 to hand. And there's a few days ago, I figured it was really nasty loot. You go Sombre, banish, add Sombre, normal Sombre, banish, Sombre, go again. Really nasty combo, it's very sacky, but it's kind of risky at the same time. So 3 Sombre. And then for the other 2, I play 1 T-King for stun purposes, and then 1 Honest because everything's light. That's monsters. Spells. Triple MST. Technical. Pretty standard. Most people play 2 or 3. I play 3 because Constellars need to get protection, give her that Phoenix chain. The back road, you got a piece of bait, 2 Lance. You gotta protect the Constellars, you gotta keep them alive, especially when you go for that AC play. You don't want to waste any resources just to make something like Pleiades. Like, you need to keep it alive. You need to keep control. 2 Tanky. I play Tanky because I play because of Chaos. So I can search about Chaos by going Tanky. Also, another thing I like about Tanky is it boosts Omega and Chaos. So they have like, if you go both of these and Chaos, you have like 2k beat stick. Then for singles, I play 1 Rhoda. Search out for Pollux, because Pollux is a warrior type. Looks pretty good. It saves you a lot of plays, and then 1 Dark Hole. Next, Traps. 3 Fiendish. Very standard. A lot of builds play 2. I play 3, but generally when I side out the 3rd one because 3 is kind of cloggy, but I just play 3. I mean 3 for those games where I need to like just slow my opponent down and take control. Next, 2 Dust Tornado. Dust Tornado is basically like MST. You just pop a spell on trap. I just use this as extra back row just for bluff. And if nothing else, it's just good MST bait, so extra MST bait. I have a friend who blind MST my dust and my MSTs, and he went -4 in the end. That was pretty funny. Then next up I play 2D Prison, 2 Mirror Force, pretty generic safe, turn back row. You gotta protect your guys, man. You gotta protect them. And then these generic singles, Torrential, Bottomless, Compulse, Warning. You love it. I don't love it. Side deck. 2 DD Crow. Hand Trap. Decent side. Ideally, you want to side this against stuff that rely on graveyard, like Mermail. You can banish that Gund. and then it limits a lot of the stuff they can do. Overall, a pretty good side. It's a good hand trap, I guess. 2 Iron Wall. Iron Wall is more or less there for those decks that banish a lot, like Heraldic Spellbooks. I might have to take this out at some point because Heraldics are really overhyped. 1 Grand Mole. Grand Mole's just there as a floater. It's a troll card. Nothing else. I just have it for those like spam happy decks like Gear. Next up, 2 Gozen match. Gozen is there for those decks that have like different attributes like spellbooks. But Gozen's been sucking this format a lot. The only deck you can really side against this in is against spellbooks. Maybe like sometime in the future, if Cosmic Dragons are a thing, then it might be worth more. 103. I played 103 because, well, I wanted to play Overworked, but I didn't. The 2 Overworked just took up too much space, so I swapped that for 103. I keep going back and forth about this, but I feel 103 works out for me because I get 2 pluses. I get to pop a card, draw 1 card. So overall, it's a pretty solid card. 2 Falsadonna. It's there for those spam decks, I guess. Yeah, like Yurgia, Card Curry, like really spam happy decks. I don't really want a first done because it's like 12 attacks, so its attack's pretty shitty, so it's gonna die. 2 Prohibition. Prohibition really sells out a card. It's probably like the best side card right now in the game that's really undervalued. I feel that Prohibition, go double Prohibition, decide to draw both, you are almost going to win because it's just too hard to get over. It's just, you go Prohibition, you call a key card, and you pretty much win. And then the last few are Soul Drain, Macro, and Defigure. I'm just gonna go through the last 3. These last 3, you put all 3 against Mermail, you are going to win because it's just too much for your opponent to deal with. That's our side. Extra deck. 1 Starlight Paladinimo. 2k beat stick. You attach to target 1 monster and negate its effects, and then change the attack to 0. So it's just a 2k beat stick, you just hit them with that 2k. And if nothing else, it's just there for a free draw because once you start, you get a free draw. Because I was playing against Evil, the guy's like, I don't care what you summon, I'm gonna log you and negate your shit. So like, okay, I'll bust up Paladinimo, get a free draw. Crazy Box. Still Crazy Box. Best card ever. Best card ever. Nothing else, I just have those decks to play Skill Drain, because Skill Drain just wrecks my deck up. Volcasaurus, generic 5, staple 5. Good card, it's really sacky with a Guy Dragon play. Because you go Volcasaurus, go Guy Dragon, no game. Black Shibacorn. Mostly there for those decks that are like rely on weaker monsters. There's not a lot of weaker monsters that are like monsters like maybe Ghost Trick. I don't really know, it's just there. But I decided, let's guess I'd probably sign up for 103 for that situation. Next up, 1 Mech-Whipped Engineer. Solid stall card. It's a really solid stall card. I think it's good enough to be like a staple 3. It just keeps you alive. If nothing else, just go into Mech-Whipped. You don't know what to do, go into Mech-Whipped and just stall for as long as you can to make a good play. Maestro. Originally, Maestro was my original stall card, but then I swapped out something for Mech-Whipped. And the Maestro's just a filler, but nothing else. I just have Maestro for when I need it and I can't make Mech-Whips. Guy Dragon for that Volcasaurus. Saki again. Cowboy a staple. Diamond Hour is a staple. Persepe. Constellars Persepe is just a beater, 24 beater. You attack with a Constellar, you chain Persepe effect, and at the damage tip, that Constellar gets 1,000. So this helps me get over stuff like Leo Keeper, the Sacred Tree. It's just 24 beater because 34 damage tip. 2 Omega. Omega is basically Infestation Pandemic for all Constellar. Just attach 1 and all Constellars are infected by spell and traps. This just keeps you safe. It makes you feel safe. You can do anything you want and you don't have to worry about your opponent's back row. It's a good thing for when you don't have Forbidden Lance. I ran around somewhere told me like Omegas, you only want to pay 1 Omega, it's just there for M7. But I totally disagree with that because it gives you control, it keeps you safe. And then the best card in the deck, 2 Pleiades. I love this card so much, it's just too good. I think Konami just needs to like limit this because it's just such a good card. It's very versatile. You just attach one to bounce one to the hand. This even targets spells and traps. So if you prefer that one back row, you can just return it to the hand and feel safe again. Yeah, very versatile. As you can attack, they finish. You return the finish to hit the hand. And you just feel good. And then, of course, I play 1M7 staple for this deck. Detach one, put one back in the hand from the field of graveyard. And yeah, that's my Constellars. That's it.